Hey guys, good morning. Welcome back to Love Lies and Lace Friends, where we do reactions, reviews, and commentary on the YouTube channel you love to watch. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Thank you for tapping in. Hi, everybody. 1, 2, 3, first. Good morning. Good morning. Hi, Journal Girl. Hi, S Dimple, Summer Breeze, Lady, Blessed Lady E. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Guys, we are making a stop over to the Fakery Bakery. Thank you to a sis. You know who you are if you checked your Instagram. I hadn't been to my P.O. box in like a little tiny minute, and went yesterday, and Boo Boo had a card in there. And that card probably been sitting there for about a month. So I apologize for not getting to the P.O. box much sooner, but that was so nice to send something to Nisi Poo, your virtual Nisi Poo. And Lil Sis said, thank you very much. And you know who you are, okay? Because you know one thing, sis over here, I don't give out names. I try so hard not to say a name because girl, is pocket watching is real, okay? And okay. Not to say I haven't, you know what I'm saying? We peep what's going on these streets, but as far as you know what I'm saying, girl, I'm a firm believer in not telling the my left hand what my right hand is doing. Okay. Some of these other people love to tell everything, and that's their business. They can do that. And that's girl, that's right, they can do that, and we're here to watch about it, right? Anyway, I wanted to talk about something, but I don't know if we're going to talk about that today. I know I didn't realize that Ming started another let me tell you something about Ming for King and Uriah. They don't mind starting a new channel, and that's, let me tell you something, that's a very smart YouTube thing. Trying to stick with one, you never know what channel's gonna hit, right? We'll talk about this for a minute. I really wasn't even gonna talk about this right now, but you never know which channel's gonna hit, right? And if you guys know the story of the Prince family, which I don't even know, I haven't even been checking for their videos, I'm gonna be honest, because you know how when you don't click on stuff right away, it just falls out your site, right? um they started many iterations of their channels before the Prince family hit. You know, that wasn't their first iteration. There wasn't the first channel. This house, I think it's another rental. I'm assuming people love on this internet to say they done bought a house and they haven't. This is what I noticed. Ming looks very tight. Ming looks like because you know she was taking those Ozempic shots, and baby, the Ozempicked. Okay, all right. Ozempic did what it was supposed to do, right? And Ming looks good. 3 kids, baby, and she's cute. She's a very cute girl. She reminds me a lot of Gina Janine. She does, and she does. Not maybe in her ways, but I don't watch Ming enough to know if her ways are like that. But she, that same aesthetic, she's just tinier. she's a she's a bite-sized version of Gina. She's super cute, but Ming is married and she's got 3 pretty little girls, right? Anyway, is it 3 or 4 now? Ming got they got some kids over there. She's a girl mom, official, and she got a husband and all that. And they've had drama, but my point is, sis don't mind starting a new channel and don't mind doing an empty house tour. So I don't know if this is another rental. Here's Uriah talking. Girl, I don't care to see another one. Okay. Maybe does she have 4 kids now or does she have 3? I don't remember. I feel like I left off when she had the last baby, so maybe that okay. It's like, do we need to see the layout of another rental? I'm just saying, not specific to this family, but just in general. I guess people want to see how you're living, or how you're renting. I don't know. Definitely looks, no offense, it looks like a little smaller situation. But sometimes people have girl, Ming got a letter P back there. Look at that. I did she get a BBL? Oh, she has had a BBL. That's right. She's had a BBL. Okay. She must have said, I would like a letter P, please. Can you go ahead and make my butt P shaped? Okay. Alrighty then. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, much smaller situation in the background, but I don't okay, the pantry looks nice and big. Okay. Nice size pantry. Okay. Um all right, let us know when when it's furnished, we'll be able to see things a little bit better. This is my thing. This lady's cool with strong mommy Chrissy, right? Not that anyone's looking for where the Ming and Uriah household is. I don't think anyone's looking for that. I would hope not. Ming doesn't come out here and start trouble. Ming is very cute with it. She does her content. Ming is focused on what she got going on, right? Um, Busy mom, all of the things. This is my I I happen to notice. I'm like, is this like low key, even though they present very stable, um, girl, ex-military, where's the house? You know what I'm saying? Like you okay, let me just be okay. Um, in the past 4 years, I remember they were in that apartment, right? Then they went to a nice house that was a little dated. Then they went to another house. This is the fourth residence in the past 4 years. Even though this might be on some our leases up, I don't know what their situation is because do we know anybody's real situation? You know what I'm saying? Girl, look, I lived in apartments when I was very much younger and single in my 20s. By the time I got into my 30s, I started renting like duplexes and condos and things, which kind of prepared me and got me into the position where I was like, I just want a house. I just want a house. I was so tired of moving. I know I tell you guys this all the time. I was so tired of like, and when you're young and there's new places and new spaces and new pools and new amenities and all of that, it's very attractive. Plus, maybe you want to live closer to your job or whatever the case might be, right? Me personally, you would have to cut me a check. Okay. I would need to be cut a check to move. Okay. Even with a lot of equity. Okay. Because some of us are in a position where we got lots of equity. Okay. Because the market has been good. Okay. But that being said, it's more expensive to buy a house. So you could be sitting on a lot of cash, but it costs more cash to buy comparable, right? So it's 6 of one, half a dozen of another. But like I said, you would have to cut me a checker. Period. I don't want to move. If I ever bought anything else to live in, it would be like near a beach. And it would be on bringing the bathing suits. It would be bringing clothes appropriate for that house because I'm not leaving. Okay. it's going to be adding, not subtracting. It's not, you know what I'm saying? Like the chances of us having to move for a job at this point in our lives is slim to none. We're not doing that. It's on some vacation or beach type situation, you know? That's it. But I'm like, how many why is it that we always got to see a damn new rental property? I don't even know if this is their house or not. I don't know if they really moved. They could have just gone to go see something for rent and created some content. I have no idea. This appears to be a brand new channel, brand spanking new. Because it kept showing up in my feed, and I'm like, didn't even click on it, and then I clicked on it, and I'm like, not the bells. Okay. Girl, okay, 2003. Maybe they're just now doing so because it only has 9 videos on it. So they started it at some point, but this is the old Bells plus 3. Okay. That's the little baby right there in the middle. Very cute. Ming has a beautiful family. Like I'm a girl mom. She's a girl mom. She's doing her YouTube thing. Starting up new channels is definitely like you just never know which one's the one that's going to hit. And obviously they've hit before. They've had a lot of success on YouTube. I get, you know what I'm saying? Like they've been successful. Sometimes it's just time to switch it up and all of those things. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what this whole thing is about as far as what they got going on at the moment, but I'm just like in the name of Jesus, do we need another a rental tour? Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna pivot because we've talked the moms all week, and I want to get into this video that I happened to come across. We know that Jennifer and Christian got married. Allegedly, I did do some I did some nasty, I don't want to say it was nasty work. I did some nosy work yesterday. And I only checked one county, but there was not a license or certificate issued in those names yet. That doesn't mean they're not married. I don't know. They could, if you're a resident of Georgia, according to the probate court, you can get married in any county in Georgia. As long as you are a resident of Georgia, you can get married. Like you can go get married wherever you want. You can go get married in Savannah, whatever you want to do. Now where you reside for divorce is a different situation, right? But we're talking about marriage here, marriage, right? Um, so I will report back when I have some more information, but this is a JW Productions. This was recorded, just so you know, the wedding took place last week. This was recorded when, guys? May 16, 2024. Can y'all see that? Just so y'all know. This was just posted yesterday. Okay. Here's the thing. 5/16/24. Are we clear on that? So it was just posted when? It was posted yesterday. It was posted yesterday, September 19th. Okay. Where they just came back from, I don't know. This Negro is on a damn travel pass on probation. He shouldn't have been anywhere, but he was somewhere. And they said they just got back from out of town. And they have Brandy from Basketball Wives on. Okay. And they're talking about marriage, and relationships. So let's see what's going on here. That sir who was on probation for causing almost a deadly situation, I would say causing a deadly situation, luckily without deadly results, and has had 2 women that he's had children with who are not squared up with him, and also allegedly a deadbeat dad. Okay. And on some fakery, sat up there on the Carlos King show talking about that the basketball wife is a good stepmother, a good not the mother. Okay. All right. So just some straight up lies that were recorded in May. If you guys know the last Jennifer and CG video, baby, it was a vlog. They were in Italy, but he's on probation. He didn't have a travel pass. Girl, do you know they deleted the video? You know what deleting the video is on the YouTube streets, girl. That's a sign of
the lie detector determined that was a lie.
Girl, they were in Italy and I don't even know, Switzerland, Paris. They were preparing for the wedding with no permission from the laws. Christian is still on probation for the deadly situation that caused him an incarceration and some humiliation. Okay. And he had to go for a hearing on some revocation a couple of weeks ago. All right. I hope we're all caught up. If not, there's a playlist, right? There's a playlist. Okay. The main thing we're talking about today is girl bars. Absolutely. Yes. Yes. Oh, I haven't watched this yet because I wanted to watch it with the girls. Okay, I wanted to watch it with my friends. Let's get into it because this fool said Jennifer is an excellent stepmother, but according to the actual mothers, they said we don't know her. One of them said she met my kid one time. Okay? One time. For the one time. Okay? For the one time, and Christian is behind on child support. Let's get into it. Okay, girl, it's on some daddy gone. Where's my daddy gone? Okay, let's find some good daddy gone. How about
Daddy
this?
A fool. That's my plate.
Fend for yourself, daddy a fool. Fend for y'all. That's what men do that leave women behind who have. I had some people like, oh, it's not the man's responsibility to take care of the mother. I'm thinking I don't even remember. I tried to block it out. I didn't delete the comment, but I just was like, sis, whatever. You're part of the problem. If you're part of the birthing, what is it called? If you're if you just want to be bred by random men who don't want to pay for their children, somebody who wants to lay up with you, impregnate you, and not have a relationship with you, and doesn't want to handle his children, and all he's coming through is to lay up in your putty cat, and then as soon as something goes down, he doesn't even know who you are, he doesn't know who his child is, all of those things, well, then you're part of the problem. Okay, but there are some people who do feel like maybe they've been lied to. Maybe they were made promises and the promises were not delivered on. Or maybe somebody was using you and pretending and living a double life. And for those people who feel like in good faith, we had a relationship and we were supposed to be making a family and you were a whole damn lie. I do feel like that comes with some compensation. I don't know how that works in the court system, but damn it, you at least got to pay for your kids. And that doesn't mean $300-$400 when you're running around here buying damn platinum sets with big diamonds. Okay. If you can afford $50,000 rings, you can afford some damn child support when it matters. To buy cereal, lunch boxes, school uniforms, and pay a percentage of this damn rent. Okay.
Until death.
Okay. So Brandy and Jason. Brandy is from Basketball Wives. Okay. They said it's in here. So Brandy, what's their names? Brandy and I just had it. It's right here somewhere. Why can I not see it? Oh, Brandy and Jason Maxiell. Okay. They're from Basketball Wives. So if you're wondering who's in the house, who are their guests, these are their friends. This was recorded again in May. So when he's saying we're just getting back, don't think it's them just getting back from their honeymoon, because this was recorded, as you can see, May 16th, 2024. Okay, let's get into it.
Jason and Brandy.
What's up, YouTube family? Welcome to another episode of Life with Jen and CG. We are back and we are going, it's something very, very different. You guys always see us, but we have some friends joining us today. We're going to be talking a little relationship, marriage talk. And listen, for some reason, Jen is nervous to talk about it.
No.
Because she knows you're with the shits. Of course, Jennifer isn't completely stupid. I know some of you have thought that maybe this is just her arc. This is her storyline of being the naive, dim-witted kind of, kind of play stupid type chick. Maybe she's really not. Why would she be nervous? Look at you, sir. You're in crazy shorts. You're in hoochie daddy shorts. You're showing us all of your ugly ink. And you guys are not even really dressed for a video. The least you could have done was put on some pants that we didn't have to see those legs. You know what I'm saying?
We'll see why, but
I'm not nervous, but it's,
and the braids, y'all. His braids are awful.
it's my friend and I love her. And, she's going through some challenges in her marriage, but she's an amazing.
So she's going through some challenges in her marriage, and she's coming to the convicted false imprisonment guy who has violated his probation and got revocation and is doing incarceration. That's who they came to. You guys, they came to Jennifer Scam Me Once, Scam Me Twice Williams. So they went to Christian, My Name Is Not Gold Walden, probation revocation, and Jennifer Scam Me Once, Scam Me Twice Williams, aka the $6 million couple. Stop it.
Wife, she's an amazing mom as well. And we're gonna have some couple talk as a safe space, and hopefully
it ain't safe over here.
We can help them with where they're at in their marriage, and maybe they can help us too. Who knows?
Yeah, that's really what we want.
How interesting that these two think they can help a married couple. Interesting.
I always want to be a student. Like I don't know everything. Obviously I've been married before. It didn't work out. So, life sentence.
Yeah.
And we're calling this episode Until Death. ?
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Last but not least, hit that notification bell so you can stay updated with everything Life with Jen and CG. And we'll see you guys in a second. I'll get right into it. Roby, come here. Roby, come here. Roby just.
His name is Wealthy.
Okay. Roby, come here.
Hi, Jason. How are you? Come in.
What's up, How are you? Hey. What's up, champ? Good to see you, man.
I love your place.
Thank you.
It's very minimalistic. What's your call?
Oh, it's Rover. Rover's going crazy. Okay, yeah, I was like, I hope his name's not Wealthy.
This is bigger than Suki.
Yeah, we call him Roby.
I hear that.
Hey, move down a little bit.
Where you
Oh, it's Rovy.
Y'all can
sit. Yeah, we're gonna just get into. Well, let me get some champagne.
Oh Lord.
No.
Let me get some champagne. Let's drink. Let's do the reality show. Let's do what we do on reality shows. Let's drink and get loose. And then you guys can get up into the TT. Okay. Let's get some alcohol popping and let's talk.
No.
I can't go without a little sip.
You spoiled it. What you been like this?
Yeah, Jen. I'm just trying to amplify it. That's all.
What's y'all been up to?
She's been recovering from madness, and she was so tired when I picked her up.
No, I got
like she looked like I kept saying, you look like you've been abused, like an abusive relationship.
You guys know that he's been in several documented abusive relationships, right? So I guess he should know, right? What that looks like. All jokes aside, like That is not something to joke about when you have been the abuser, but let's keep going, okay?
Because her eyes were puffy. She was just yawning.
That's the reason why he was in jail for 2 days before he went to Paris. Because you guys know, right?
I'm like, I'm glad we're out of the country.
And when he comes back, oh, you're glad you were out of the country. Wait, hold on. What did he say? Jen, that butt, sis. We're gonna excuse it because there's no reason to get a BBL at 50, but sis, that booty. Jen, can you pick your wedgies out, or can you, when next time you edit a video, can you pick out your wedgie, sis? Because sis, you're a basketball wife. That is not acceptable.
Because her eyes were puffy. She was just yawning. I'm like, I'm glad we're out of the country.
Yeah.
I'm glad we're out of the country. He was not supposed to leave the state of Georgia. Interesting. So May, whatever the date was, I said, you're already copping to another. They had him out of the country in July. That was documented. Here's another freestyle of him just running that yapper. Sir, you did not have a travel pass, and you knew you weren't even supposed to leave Atlanta. You weren't supposed to leave Georgia. And then you took your ass on a plane and stamped a passport.
What? We're remodeling our bathroom, so.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, you know, teamwork makes the dream work.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, it was. Listen, it took me.
Is that just some Lamarca?
Yeah, I mean, I think he's still recovering. You were tired last night.
Yeah,
I woke up with so we had to have a friend in our city. He has like all the latest machines. I was like, we're gonna have to borrow one of those machines because my knees were swollen, everything. Like, I
yeah,
was like, what happened?
right.
I was like,
I know.
sore. I
He-
was
Scared
so
your ass,
sore.
didn't I?
How about asking people what they want to drink? Isn't that more appropriate, guys? Any of my manners, etiquette people? Isn't it more appropriate to ask your company, would you like some champagne, rather than just the assumption that everybody wants champagne? Sometimes you have non-drinkers. Yeah, it's a Lamarca. It's not champagne. Yeah, it's not even champagne. Would you like a drink? I've got some whatever in the fridge, or would you like some juice? Would you like a soda? Would you like a water? You ask what people want, right? It's not cocktail hour where the assumption is you're coming for cocktails. Even then, you still offer your guests a choice, right?
You gotta relax.
You gotta chill. I know you love people, but you gotta chill, man.
Like he's just like, what's going on? Nosy self.
So how long? have
Let's
y'all been
see
doing
if
this
Christian
podcast,
has
though?
manners. Let's see.
It'll be a year in August.
How do y'all like it?
It's work.
Okay,
It's-
first of all, yes. First of all, it's ladies first always. Are we doing an etiquette lesson today? First of all, it's ladies first, okay? It's not the bros. Ladies first, and you do your company first. So he should have poured the glass and handed it to Brandy. He handed it to the husband, who of course knows exactly what to do. He's handing it to his wife, right?
Work. It's work.
Let's see if he knows manners. Now, this is a tricky one because you have guests, right? But again, we default to ladies first, right?
Are y'all consistent?
It's not turning the camera on. It's really just like brainstorming.
If he goes
and
to
figuring
Jennifer or
out
goes
what
to
we're
the
doing.
man.
But it's been successful for it to be so early on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been doing great.
And I've had the concept, but I have like 2 different ways that I want to do it. I wanted to
Okay.
do, like,
Okay,
some
Christian. Okay.
down,
Thank
and
you.
then, and then I was like, okay, kind of more of a like cooking over, cooking.
Oh yeah,
and
you
then
should definitely
having
do
kind
cooking.
of
And
like-
If you do food, you blow up.
Yeah,
Yeah, because it makes people happy.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
So I thought about that, and then like me and my friend Jacob to doing it, and then I was like, okay, should I do it myself? And he'd be the it's just so many different things that I've thought about with the podcast.
There you go, check.
But here's the thing: don't think about it too much. Just do it.
Yeah,
There's
Just turn the camera on and do
there's
it.
no right or wrong way.
but you know what? I fear of the setup of the start, like setting up the process of it. Like for instance, when I first started my cosmetic line,
Oh my God. If there's one thing I cannot stand is the internal debate over, should I start a YouTube channel? Just do it. Just make a video. Just do it. The first ones are going to be not amazing, and you get better. It's a skill. It really is.
you know what my biggest fear was? Like I was like, I can't do it. My biggest fear was packaging. like not knowing how to package when, you know, that really held me back for like 2 or 3 years. And so I'm like, okay, I got to stop like procrastinating and having that fear and just do it and let me fuck up. And if I fuck up, then I know learn from it and just keep it pushing. All of those kind of things, just the packaging and how many sales and how many this.
Just like, we really just like jumped into it. Was like, okay, like, let's just do it.
But Christian needed an income. And I told him, here's a camera and get started.
By the way, you guys are our first couple.
Really?
Yeah, like we had
it's always just us.
We've had our marriage counselors on there, but this is like our first like real like double date type.
That is cool
conversation, and it's not like a podcast. Like it's just it really is like a safe space where we just kind of talk about whatever.
Yeah,
we have very like supportive subscribers too.
Really,
very supportive.
Lies. That's a lie.
Yeah, so yeah,
they dress y'all up in the comments. He just deletes all the bad comments
down here with everything he has going on. Like I'm surprised.
I'm tired. I don't know how you do it. Like scouting and coaching all that stuff. Oh goodness.
Oh, speaking of that, he's going to be the coach for the charity event.
Yeah.
And I want to play, right?
Yeah, I want to play. I need to work out. I need to sweat.
No, he just played in the game. Where did you play?
No, it's not like a real thing, but I go to cross court like downtown LA. It's a dope concept.
I think
cross court is dope.
So he is not supposed to leave Georgia, and they have been in and out of LA. Like he's just totally violating. Okay. He violates his probation all the time. He has to have a travel pass to leave Georgia.
Like so, you can book sessions like 5-on-5. You can it's like officiated everything.
Okay,
You can get trained by trainers. You do recovery sessions.
What's this guy's name? Jason Maxiell.
No, it's like
me. Oh yeah, that's you.
It's just it's like L4, L5, like kind of hurt, like slip disc a little bit.
Oh, don't you?
Man, all that hernia slip, everything failed.
Well, on the MRI it says protrusion of the disc, but I had a car accident in 2019. That's when it really started.
Oh, okay.
But I feel better.
Yeah.
You trying to hook up?
Yeah, for sure.
You gonna coach you? You gonna you know what you want to do?
Okay, so Jason Maxiell, so you guys know if you don't know, Jason Dior Maxiell is an American former professional basketball player, best known for his tenure with the Detroit Pistons from 2005 to 2013. He played college basketball for Cincinnati and professionally in the NBA, China, and Turkey. And he and Brandy have been married since 2010. Homeboy is 6'7". Okay, big guy. Okay. Brandy is a basketball wife. Jennifer was a basketball wife. Do you see how Jennifer is looking at her future husband with disgust? Ew.
Coach me up.
Because she's looking at him.
No. Against you.
You don't play? You have to coach.
I ain't gonna play nothing. I'm gonna coach against him.
Oh, so you trying to beat him again?
Yeah, either way.
I hope. I really hope. Like
that's cool. You hoop. I don't.
He said, "I really hoop." Playing on the prison grounds at the lockup, doesn't count.
Wait, let's cheers. So
look, Jay ready to drink something.
Okay, I'm gonna put a sign. Well, not a sign, but this was recorded. You guys, when was this? This was May 16th. So this was just posted on their channel yesterday. To everybody asking, this was posted yesterday, but this was filmed May 16th, 2024. That's what it says. There was a at the very, very beginning, it tells you that this was filmed May 16th. So this is not post the wedding, because as you know, if you've been following, Christian had that close cut for the wedding, and he still got braids right there. So this is a video that was recorded in May and posted on yesterday. Okay.
Holding it. Cheers. Thank you guys for being our first couple on Life with Jen and CG. Oh yeah, left hand. Oh, we got to do it again. Cheers.
Cheers, y'all.
Cheers.
Thanks for coming. Thanks for being a part.
I'm excited for this charity event. You know I'm not going to play, but he's going to play for me.
Well, you're going to do a skill.
Oh my God. I
like
don't
3-point free throw, layup, something.
Do layups.
I need somewhere I'm stationary, because I don't know that my shoes will really be.
You wear heels today?
I mean, I'm not wearing sneakers.
She's going to have Christian Dior.
I'm trying to get her into sneakers. She don't understand.
I wore some the other day. I wore some Nikes.
You got to let your Barbie be a Barbie and let it be that.
Here's my thing, Brandy. We be out and she take it out on me. My feet hurt. I'm like, I told you. You're going to be walking. This is the weekend. But
I'm a tennis shoe kind of girl. If I have to be, if I can, I'm a tennis shoe.
Yeah, you want the comfort.
I like the comfort.
The look is, I mean, of course you want great sneakers, but you want the comfort too. And those, you feel like a clown.
Okay,
Like a
let's
clown.
fast forward a little bit. I want them to get into the
People understand,
relationship.
Like, it's not even about, it's him and I, it's our family, and it's with so many things. It's like people use me, you know, sometimes.
Did your wife like throw you in on Mexico and?
Somewhat here and there, but you know, hey, that's her. Whatever it is, I don't know what's going on, but she's gonna tell me what she can tell me. So,
you know, I try not to say a lot because I'm frustrated. You know, like I'm real life frustrated with so many things. It's like people use me, you know, sometimes I'm like, okay, well, if that's the only thing you have to talk about with me is my husband, then fine, I'm doing great. You know, but deep down inside, like, I really don't think people understand what the hell, like, him and I went through, you know, to get to where we are today. I don't really think that people understand, like, it's not even about, it's him and I, it's our family, and it's me individually, like what I went through, you know? And I'm like, I don't think that I could ever let you confide and tell me a lot of things, and you're crying to me and you're talking to me about anything with him, your past or anything. And then as soon as I'm mad at you, I'm going to weaponize and use that against you and say, that's why, you know, whatever, you know, I don't think I can just do that to another woman. Yes. And I'm not saying that I'm innocent by all means, because this mouth is stupid. It, like I can say some foul shit. You know what I'm saying?
I'm a witness.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You know, but I'm not. When I go there,
it takes you. Yes, yeah, I know.
I sweep a lot of stuff under the rug, and sometimes it goes really far, really fast, and no one knows because I hold a lot of stuff in, and that, like, I know I shouldn't, because when we went to.
Okay, I'm gonna just say something to that. If your mouth gets stupid, then understand other people's mouth gets stupid. If you don't want people bringing you that type of energy, then you need to be the change. You attract what you put out. And sometimes you just have to accept the fact that, you know what, it is what it is, or I've done my dirt. This is, you know, people are going to do this or that or whatever, whether you are completely innocent and you don't involve yourself in foolishness. You have no control over other people. But at the end of the day, it's like, ma'am, you're on Basketball Wives. Are you kidding me? What do you expect? You are on Basketball Wives. Are you seriously thinking that someone is not going to come to you with some fuckery?
To counseling and stuff like that, they tell me, like, you have to let that out because no one knows. And I have this thing in my head and this theory. No, you know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. And I don't know. It's just, but Mexico was a lot for me. It was a lot for me.
Well, I mean, I think sometimes, you know, like even relating it to Mexico, right? In the moment, it was just like so much going on. When I took a beat and I thought about it, I literally like broke down. He saw me, right? Yeah. And I think that kind of, because it was like I couldn't go to sleep without, like, I was like, oh my God, this was like so crazy. And I was trying to like kind of explain to him like why I felt the way I felt. But just kind of relating it back to our relationship, when he's going through something, he doesn't talk about it right away. Yeah. Like he's very like, he turns into like a whole nother person. Like he's quiet. He's just like in his head. And with us going to counseling, you know, the counselor was like, it's okay. Like, it's fine. You take a beat and really like digest your thoughts and your feelings, but you have to talk about it. And so he's definitely becoming better with that. And it's like, listen, you're not going to change overnight, right? That's the thing. It's a work in progress. But as long as you know, like, you have to let these things out because you don't want it to turn into a snowball effect.
I'm learning slowly, but I'm learning, you know, because for me, like, I grew up in a.
So apparently there was some drama between Brooke and Brandy that escalated during the Mexico trip, and unexpected guests threatened to upend the dream of a drama-free vacation in Mexico. Jen's surprise guest reacclimates to the group. Jackie's ready to make amends. Brandy and Brooke settle their differences, and the ladies throw a rowdy bachelorette party for the two brides.
An environment where, you know, like, my dad that passed away used to literally beat the living shit out of my mom for 10 years, you know? So like, I had to hold those secrets in, you know, I had to suppress, be quiet, deal with it by myself. And so as I got older, I've learned to keep all of those. Sorry.
No.
What? So did they come over for therapy session? Like, is this ridiculous or what? Like, what's going on here? I thought we were having some Lamarca.
I've learned to keep all of those things to myself and deal with it how I see fit to protect everyone. You know, I was protecting my mom. I was protecting my dad. I was protecting me. I was protecting, you know, all of this. So
Christian had to look at the camera, make sure it's still running.
I've never learned how to open up. And then when I can't take it anymore, I literally blow up, you know, because I'm like, you guys have to have common sense to know that you're hurting someone or you're pushing someone to the limit of like no return, or, you know, like I have so much compassion and grace for people, but I just don't feel like those people have the same for me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not reciprocated.
You're on Basketball Wives, ma'am.
Reciprocation is everything for our zodiac.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
I'm
in life,
so strong. You know, I appear so strong, you know what I mean? But like, it's just like, I have weak moments and I'm like, can you look at me and give me the same grace that I would give you?
No,
you know what
she
I mean?
don't.
I don't think a lot of people do that.
That person, what's her name? Brandy.
And in this group in particular, like the
Brooke
year that
doesn't
I had,
like you.
I think it was just in Mexico, a collective of things of just like what I went through, what they're saying to me, you know, like it was not easy.
Cinnamon, okay? Y'all, you don't need to go to Jennifer and CG's. Go to the marriage counselor. You gonna ruin your relationship dealing with these two nuts. Jennifer scammed me once, scammed me twice. Williams, Walden Gold.
Out anything with him, like none whatsoever. And then now you're bringing back these things, these memories. And even I have insecurities at times where I'm like, am I doing the right thing? You know, like, I remember Evelyn asking me, like, are you staying for your child? Are you staying for this? Are you staying, you know, and stuff like that. And
Let me tell you, what's wrong with this man right here? Sis, he's going to leave you. Don't you know the reality show? Like, you're sitting up here talking about your marriage with everybody in front of television cameras, and you're sitting there with him like it's like he's not even there. And you're talking to Evelyn Lozado. Girl, let me think of a name for her. Married once, married twice, like once, twice, three times, like drug. Girl, ma'am, you're talking to Evelyn about your marriage? And she was over there married to Ocho Cinco for like 67 days. Was it 90 days? How long was she married to Ocho Cinco? She was married to Ocho Cinco like damn Ocho Cinco days, okay? Siete nueve days, okay?
No, I'm not. But then I have to get back home and sit with that. And I'm like, am I? Because I'm constantly reevaluating my life and trying to figure it out and what I want. And so it just leaves me just literally just like.
This is my thing. If you're constantly having to reevaluate your life and figure out what you want, and part of that is figuring out if you want me, bye. Because if you're sitting around figuring out what you want, and part of that is determining who you want to be with, then you don't want to be with the one you are with. Does that make sense? What kind of mess is this?
What am I doing? You know? So I don't know.
First, let me say to you that I'm sorry that my past is reflecting that. I apologize for that.
He said, I'm sorry, my past is affecting us.
I hear the apology, but it's like, and I am a person where I say, people always say,
oh, so he must have done so he was doing his dirt. I did my dirt. Now I gotta work. Let's see. So you don't get much sleep, used to indulge in those hours in college. Let me tell you. He had over 300 women. I did my dirt. What's that, Dave Hollister? I did my dirt. Now, you know my favorite song, One Woman Man. I did my share of dirt. I'll get the lyrics. Okay, one of the best of the best songs ever. Seeing you reminds me of the times I used to beat it up. I would do it again, but I can't. I got to get the other part.
Right. But it's like,
ma'am, if you're damaged because your husband severely cheated on you and dragged on you, look at Jenn's face. Jenn was like, sis, I've been scammed and scammed again. I'll be okay with what you got going on. Oh, but he's been with over 300 women. So his baby, you need to just either, and I'm going to say it like this, either you're going to suck it up and deal with the marriage or let it go. And if you cannot deal with the marriage, it's okay. Nobody's going to fault someone for leaving a guy who cheated on you with 300. Okay? No one's going to be mad and say, "Girl, we were waiting for you." Okay?
Is the
He was cheating real bad.
apology
Oh,
enough,
wow,
you know,
Lachey.
for the damage that was done. You know, it's just like
Hi,
these
Tiara.
women
Is it
are
Tiara
literally,
Lachey?
every
Hey,
time I open
boo.
my mouth, you know, I can be like, they can ask, "Hey, I don't like my hair. What do you think?" And I'm like, "Well, maybe you should do a middle part." And they can be like, "Well, did your husband like what?" You know, like, and
Sis, if you attract that, you are what? Look at her face right now. It's giving I'm hurt. It's giving I'm hurt. It's giving insecure, and people know. People know about it. You should not be discussing this on a camera and not getting paid. Number one, this video has 8,000 views, baby. This is a drag. Okay? This is a pay for play story. If you're gonna drag your husband, baby, you better get some coins, because when he packs up and leaves because he's tired of you dragging him and you can't get over it, not saying you should, but when you can't get over it, he's going to go and trade you in for a new one, okay? Who's going to be happy to bounce on that dick. He might even get himself some more kids, and you're going to be mad. Then you're going to be bitter. Okay? You're bitter now, but it's one of those things. If you make a decision to stay in your marriage, you don't go to these clowns to talk about it.
it makes me honestly cannot stand you. There's times here in LA I don't want to talk to you because you have put me through a lot, and it's not fair to you to turn and shift and be mad at you because I know what we have worked on, but it's still like hard to deal with, you know. And sometimes your sorry was enough, but sometimes the sorry isn't enough, if that makes sense. So it's just the stress factors of it all, and sometimes I don't know what I want to do in this relationship. I don't know.
Girl, where do you get 300 opportunities? Where are three? And I mean, I guess being a basketball player for that amount of years, they're downstairs in the lobby, you know. After the show, it's the after party, and after the after party, it's the hotel lobby. And you guys know, you know how it goes. It's you know the recipe. Okay. After the show, it's the after party. After the after party, it's the hotel lobby. Then it's the elevator. Okay. And then it's good night, dear. Talk to you later.
I don't know if this is ordained. I don't know if God said this is your relationship. I know that God
Sis needs medication.
put us together because we were supposed to have our child.
This is what I'm gonna say, Brandy. Go ahead and start your YouTube channel. We gonna come see you. We gonna come holla at you, Brandy. Come on. Look at Jennifer. Jennifer is giving like, oh my God.
Got it. But I also know that I'm not supposed to be beat up like this, you know? I also know that I'm supposed to be fully happy, and I don't even know what the fuck happy means.
I'm happy that you're letting it out. It's good. You're gonna feel better. I'm positive about that.
I hope so.
It feels so good to just be able to talk.
Yeah. Talk to real people.
The right people.
The right people, real people, and understanding people, and that don't have a vendetta or have anything. Like, I don't feel talking to you guys, y'all are just receiving it to throw it at me or throw it at us. And that's important. You know what I mean? I'm not private. I'm a private person, but I'm not secretive, if that makes sense. So I'm always an open book when it comes to my relationships, when it comes to my health, when it comes to my family, when it comes to my world.
Well, that's part of the problem. There's nothing wrong with not being completely private and not being secretive. Being an open book about your marriage really and truly, and we touched on this yesterday briefly, but marriage is a covenant between yourself, your spouse, and God. Okay. There is to be nobody else in between your marriage but what I just mentioned. Okay. If you're putting this one, that one, everybody up in your marriage, you're going to have problems. Your husband put his dick and all kinds of women up in your marriage because that is your penis and that is his, you know, his stuff. You two are of one, and he did things with his body he wasn't supposed to do. And girl, you are constantly dragging him. You are constantly reminding him. I mean, I haven't been in the situation where I've had to deal with that type of mental pressure to be able to suppress something that bothers me so bad. But I also know this, and the dialogue for a lot of women is that they wouldn't be able to deal with it. And if you can't deal with it, the thing to do would be to walk away, right? If you can't deal with that type of deception and betrayal, there's no reason to stay in that type of a relationship because it's like torture. It's torture. If there are a couple of reasons to be able to break a marriage biblically, that is one of them. So don't get it twisted. You don't have to stay to be a martyr.
Because we're here to help one another, and not just be gatekeepers of the things and how we get through things. And I always want to help other people in these transitions in life. And, you know,
girl, Brandy needs a Yanla. She does. Or she needs Bougie Gang. Brandy, come. Brandy, sis, girl, you went to the wrong channel, honey. You need to come and comment over here and we will get you straight because there are married women here who will give you some good married woman. There's also some divorced women that will give you some good divorced woman advice. Okay. Either girl, don't do it, I regret it, or it's the best thing that ever happened because he didn't deserve my love. Okay. And or the married women who will tell you to stop telling every Tom, Dick, and Harry what your damn problems are. You don't have to let everybody and ridicule your husband. Even he knows he should be living in the shame of hurting your heart without you even saying anything. It's a whole dear Fran letter. Thank you, N. Harmon. It's a whole dear Fran. Okay. Jennifer, scam me once, scam me twice, can't help you. She's sitting there with the deadbeat scammer probation revocation dude.
Hard at times to be vulnerable around a lot of people because I just don't want to be attacked and let people use it against me.
That's fair.
I don't know. And I mean, we went through a lot last year emotionally. And I think a lot of my emotions within the group has to do with what I went through with Jason. You know, I've never been through that kind of pain before. And for the first time, I could understand my mother when I was 23 or 24? Whenever I was diagnosed with cancer. That was the first, I was able to understand my mom as a mother for the first time last year. And what she
Girl, sis has had a journey of 1,000,000 miles. Okay. Sis has been traumatized. Ma'am had cancer too. Okay.
went through with me and then what I was going through with my
And you know what? There's plenty of men out here, and you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. This man cheated, and he's going to deal with her how he deals with her, which is maybe cheating. Because he could be cheating right now. If he cheated with 300, he could still be cheating. But there are men out here that would rather die than have their babies up under another man's roof, have their kids living over there at not the father's house. Okay. So he's going to hold on to her even though she is in misery because he don't want baby girl or his sons. He don't want a Russell Wilson situation where Russell is posting up your kid in your face, laughing at you because not only does he have your son, he got that beautiful woman over there too, right? So homie is going to sit over here and he will deal with ma'am never letting him forget or ever accepting his apology for his wrongdoing. And I'm not saying she should trust. I don't mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, I already told you what my answer is. I wouldn't deal with that. I couldn't. However, because he don't want his babies over at not the father's house or mom's boyfriend, okay? He don't want his kids around mom's boyfriend. Girl, Lil Future calls Russell daddy. He don't want anyone calling any other men
child,
calling being called
and she was by
daddy.
herself.
Daddy.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Dealing with this. She doesn't have, my dad, but like she doesn't have a husband.
And she knows all about it, right?
She didn't have me. That was her dealing with me by herself. And I couldn't imagine making those choices and that responsibility, or just doing all that I went through in 2023 without him. You know what I mean? I couldn't imagine doing life without him at that time. You know what I mean? And Jason brought us, that was another thing in our life that brought us back together. You know what I mean? And what I am sick and tired of is a thing what considers or looks like to be a trauma bond. You know what I mean? Like, it's always something that brings us together that's traumatic. You know, I would love to want to know, like, can we organic, or is this what happens? You know, I don't know, but like, I would love to make things work organically without trauma, a death, or.
What about the kids? What about the marriage? What about the love? Where's the love? Where is the love? Wait a second, guys. Did I just hear her say, I want us to come together on something that's not a trauma bond? What about the love? What about the children? What about the churn? That would be concerning in my Iyanla voice. What about the love, beloved? Beloved, did not hear you mention that you love him one time. Oh, she said that?
A health issue or something, you know what I mean? But
so you feel like what you went through with your son brought you guys closer together?
It did, because we had to make big decisions together.
For sure.
And we had to be there together to get through it, you know? So yeah, that was one thing that I would say it kept us together, but it brought us together. But I would like to think, I mean, for me, I'm sick and tired of that being our connector, you know?
Yeah, like trauma.
Yeah. You know, can it be something else, you know?
What about the love? That's my point. Where's the love?
So like, is there a spark still? Like, do you guys still, I guess I could ask you too, like, do y'all still feel that connection y'all felt in the beginning stages?
Not for me.
No,
Damn, it's over. Y'all, I'm gonna be like, really and truly, y'all need to get while the getting's good. And you two seem very unhappy. I'm not gonna ever say like, oh, go run, get a divorce, but it's sounding like you two don't need to be together, because this type of dragging isn't good for either party. At a certain point, when you forgive someone, even though you have not forgotten, you got to let it go. And if she takes every opportunity to drag her husband, what's going to happen is that people that don't like you are going to use that to hurt you on a regular basis. Whether he's hurt you or not, they're going to continue to drag you because they know that that's your Achilles heel. They know that that's your soft spot because of the humiliation. If you were like, yes, like, I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we're past that. And it doesn't bring you anything. They're going to go on to the next thing. But when people know that's your soft spot, that's what they're going to come for. And this man looks defeated. He doesn't look like a confident man. He looks like a man who is paying penance, and he is 2 seconds away from cheating with the next woman who throws her boobies or her putty cat in his face and makes him feel good, because when he's home, guess what? He feels bad. He's a bad boy. He's a bad guy. You hurt my feelings. I had cancer. You cheated. You did this. You did that. He's never going to be whole because she's not whole, because she's still not over it. And like I said, for the 10th time, I'm not saying she has to be, but at the end of the day, there's not a lot of healing in this type of a situation, because it's a lose-lose. Ma'am is not over it. Ma'am's not going to get over it. Ma'am is very hurt. And I get it. And for me, it would be a no. We would just have to be co-parenting friends. And you would have to realize, when you were in number 299, you opened the door for not the father and mom's boyfriend to have more visibility and access, because I'm gone and I'm moving on with my life. Like, that's when you made those decisions, you put me in a position, right? So
14, 15 years in right now. So it's a hard road, but it's up and downs.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she's not right now 100%, of course, right now. She's going through something she's not healed from. So did you hear from that? And next step. Right now,
But what are the steps that we could take to heal, right? Like, do you guys? So for us, we go on date night all the time. Like, it's something. It's just like we enjoy doing it,
Or like a spontaneous like getaway.
and he feels like it's important to.
It has to happen. Or like she may be off of work 3 days, and I'm like, all right, we're going to pack your bag and we're going somewhere. Like, it's just that continuous thing of what I did to get her is what I'm going to do to keep it, and not getting comfortable.
But you two don't have kids. You don't take care of your kids, and your baby moms hate you. Jennifer has been scam me once, scam me twice, scam me 3 times. You haven't hurt Jennifer yet, as far as we know. Sis is over here on cloud 9. So you love bombing her, keeps her in hypnosis. It keeps her blinded in the sex, in the love bombing. You haven't hurt her yet. So this little bit of 2 cents that y'all gave doesn't compare to the devastation and hurt on this lady's face when homie pumped into 300 women.
I mean, shit. I mean,
been a while.
you remember that life, like.
And then I know you guys have your son, and I know as a mom, like my mom's still like that with me. I'm just like, yo, chill.
See how he can't even relate his kids because he don't take care of them. Look at Jen in disgust. Jen, that's your husband, sis. Spoiler alert, sis. You married to this clown now.
I feel like
So I know that
compensating for my child, while he's here. Like, I have mom guilt, I have fears. I wake up.
no, you're good. Take your time.
Yeah, that's okay.
Trust me, no doubt. No doubt. Daisy knows what you're doing. He knows.
I wake up every single day or every night. I have a fear of not being here. I have a fear of losing people. I have a resentment, or not resentment, and it's not a regret, but not being able to give my son a brother or sister. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh God. Girl, you can't even handle what you got. You sitting up here crying. This lady doesn't even realize, Miss Brandy, do you know how many women didn't even get to have one? Do you know how many women lost babies and never came to one, or have not had the opportunity? They haven't fallen, in love with someone to make one. Okay. And you're complaining that you couldn't have 2 or 3 or give somebody a brother. Maybe it's not his destiny to have a brother. It's okay. Or a sister or a sibling. That's only child situation for many parents who have one kid. At the end of the day, it is what it is. That's all.
I was to fall off this earth. If he was to fall off, who is going to?
He's going to be a well-developed, secure, loving individual, and he's going to attract that into his life and meet somebody wonderful and have his own family. Because at the end of the day, who do we all have? Ourselves. Okay? Ourselves. Your husband wasn't thinking about you when he was with 300 women. Baby, it's all you. The path in this journey, we do it with other people, but it's all about you.
Be there for him, So I don't really get to enjoy life freely the way that I would like to, because I'm always worried about the what ifs. And
This lady damn near needs to be hospitalized.
Always given these tough battles and tough tasks of life, of responsibility that I just I'm not capable of doing it anymore. Like, it's really destroying me at times, So,
Jennifer, you and CG are not qualified for this conversation. No, did you not hear what she just said? She said she feels like not doing it anymore. She really does need help. All jokes aside, she needs some intense counseling right away, like someone to really give her a focused plan, like a happiness plan. And I know that might sound silly, but she really needs a focus. And she also needs some prompts that when she goes to this place of misery, that she needs to shift her focus and retrain her brain on the 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 road, the journey. Because sis, you're off somewhere that doesn't exist anymore. You're either in the past or in the future. If your head is always in the past or in the future, you are not present. Do you understand? She's always worried about what happened and what's gonna happen. Ma'am is not living her life. Meanwhile, sir is having a date across town because this lady is miserable. She's miserable. And has he had a part in that? Of course. But it also, um, when you're not good company to be around, he has to medicate himself. How she medicates herself is running around and telling everybody their business. He medicates himself in the putty cat, making friends, having dates, cheating.
So I can't really like at this point in my life.
I feel sorry for the kids. Am I saying this 3 days in a row again, guys? I'm feeling sorry for the kid. The kid is probably like, oh my God.
I've been through and everything that I'm working. I feel like I put so much energy into my son and wanting to be the bestest and be there. And I'm just exhausted and drained of even wanting to do anything else. You know, when he wants to have date night, I want to bring our child along because I'm like, well, I was in LA, you know, or, you know, whatever. And I think that could be a factor of what's messing us up because
I think she's the type of woman that feels like I've been doing this for a long time and I owe myself this, that, and the third. Meanwhile, you are feeling guilty because you know you probably should be spending more time with your kid. And then you're taking away from your husband because that's the person that you least want to spend time with. So there's nothing wrong with bringing your kid on date night. It's family night, right? But there's times where you just have to have some alone time with your husband to reconnect. But if that's not what you want to do, it's time to admit that's not what you want to do.
you do have that one-on-one time together.
She really does need therapy off camera, Erica.
Like,
she really,
I don't agree with him. He doesn't agree with me. We don't see eye to eye a lot of times. But when it's him and I, like we really have a really good time. You know what I mean? Like, because I take the parenting, like I don't have to be a mom. I'm a mom, but I don't have he's not here for me to do that.
Right.
And it's free, you know, but that's just not often enough that we have that time together. And we're just busy. We're really fucking busy with our child or with each other or individually, you know? So that is a disruptor in our relationship, you know? So yeah.
He's getting older and it's time.
Yeah.
He's getting to the point where he has by himself a little bit, so therefore we can do a quick different round or something like that. And
but I would rather just
I know what you'd rather
No, but you have to make it. You do have to make it a priority. Like we definitely, even like there's times I'm like super tired, but I know like, okay, we haven't gone on date night in a couple of days. So it's like, I just bite the bullet and just do it. And then I'm like, oh wow, like I had
we haven't gone on
really
date night in a couple of days.
Like sleep or just like lounging on the couch. But
I mean, what's your name? I was going to say Jasmine. Jennifer, if you guys really had those kids over there like that, it would be, which probably not because those kids live full time with their moms. But at the end of the day, the reality is we haven't had date nights in a few months. Most people are not date night in a few days. Are you kidding me? Girl, are you kidding? We haven't been on a vacation alone since before we had Farrah. Farrah has been on every single vacation, everything, okay? Period. That's the reality of being a parent. I'm so like, oh my God, 5 years from now, Farrah will be a freshman in college. I talk about it. Oh, I'm like, babe, what do you think we're going to be doing? I'm sure next year I'll be like, babe, 4 years. What are we going to be doing? Are we going on vacation as soon as we drop her off at school? Like, what are we doing? I mean, it's like, are you kidding? Baby.
we have to make that a priority. And it's one thing that he says, like, you're always working, but marriage and your relationship is work too.
Mm-hmm.
And so like, yes, we can prioritize like work and other things that we have going on, but we have to prioritize our partner as well.
Yeah.
Because that's the real investment.
Yeah.
Fine.
His work is finessing Jennifer. Okay. That's his job. This is some more of my opinion. His work is finessing Jennifer Scam Me Once, Scam Me Twice Williams. Okay. That's his only job. That's his main job. Okay? That's how he gets his check. That's it right there. Okay. Well,
It's like you put that energy into your partner, you amplify as a unit.
Yeah.
And it's like the law of life. I've seen it.
You going 6 years, yeah.
you've seen it.
Just me and you.
You don't even have to
Really?
bring that up because that fear and that anxiety still beats me up, you know? So
Yeah, so like when your son is, you know, out the house at college, like you guys have to have a strong enough foundation where it's just you two and that's okay.
I worry about
Because
that too with
I worry, like, are you just there for your son?
this. I don't know. You know,
Okay. So this lady is going to be one of those who one day someone is going to come to the house and serve her a paper, and then she's going to run upstairs and find all her husband's clothes gone. You see what I'm saying? And that's okay. There's nothing, I mean, people end relationships, right? But this is the situation. Let me tell you something. The rejection of having someone not want to be with you anymore and they cannot articulate how they love you, they care about you, I'm still committed to this relationship. This lady needs to, like, somebody needs to have the courage to stop it, because the kid can't be happy with two miserable ass parents. The parents are miserable. Therefore, the kid is miserable. Kids are not stupid. They pick up on a lot of stuff.
that I think I've yelled at it to you a lot of times before. It was, you know, the situation, like, I'm only here when he's
Parents are entitled to alone time. But honestly, with one kid, it's very hard. It's very hard to get alone time with one child and children of a certain age. There is just a point in life, and other people might beg to differ, because if you've had very active grandparents, you have a babysitter network, or you have babysitter housekeepers, you have help. That's one thing. My situation, we don't have that. And we're not quick to send Farrah over to people's houses to spend the night. I probably still can count. Maybe it's somewhere less than 20, but it's probably more like 15. How many times has Farrah spent the night out in her lifetime of 13 years? Maybe once a year. Once a year. Everyone doesn't have that really good, like, I'm dropping you off at Granny's house support system. It's not like that for everyone. It really isn't. And not that that's a bad thing, and not shame on people in their extended network and how they do things. You might just be in a family where everybody takes care of their own, and we see each other, family situations and stuff like that. But it's not, everybody doesn't have that type of setup. And there's a lot of people that it's the fam all the time. So, and I speak from that because we have our kid. She's with us. So that's what we do. And it works fine for us. But for some people, they feel like they need that time away.
18, I'm out, you know, and that's on our worst moments. But sometimes, like, I mean, that question has came up before with Evelyn, and I'm like, I don't know that answer.
Right.
I don't.
That's fine. But, you know,
Yeah.
I'm not saying it in a, like, it's no malicious intent behind it. But something you just said just registered with me. So you said when you get mad at him, you say, when he's 18, I'm out. You can't do that.
I know.
Because you're mad at these girls for saying certain things for you. That could possibly be a trigger for him. We don't know. Is that a trigger for you?
No.
Like, how do you feel when she says that?
The first couple times, you got to a little bit, yeah. But now
Do you believe it?
I don't know. Am I good?
Well, no, because when you threaten things, it's just like with your kids. When you say, I'm going to take your phone away if you do this, and then they do it and you never take their phone away, guess what? They just know that you're mad and you're just talking. So when she says, I'm done. And now he doesn't believe it anymore. He just knows you're talking. He said it triggered him at first. He was probably upset or whatever he would do. But Brandy, nobody's listening to you anymore because you're just talking. You're mad, you're angry, and you're talking.
But how you speak it, how you say it mentally, yeah. But inside, no. Oh my God. Man, I think
He seems kind of corny to me.
Will pay off. If not, I respect and understand what you're saying to me and how you feel internally. See, I don't want to be your weapon. So I respect that. But you're my dog, man.
He said, "You my dog." Oh wow.
Do you journal? Do y'all journal? Yeah, you write. You write
Christian
stuff down?
is so corny. Christian is such a
every night. Like
cornball.
she'll be asleep. I write the pros in our relationships. I write the cons, and I like it's just being intentional. So if you go through, you guys have been together how long? Not married?
Oh, since 2000.
So
99. No, 2000.
25
24 years.
Oh, wow.
Damn, okay. I was thinking like 18, 20 or something like that.
No.
So I feel like where you are now, you have to really self-evaluate first and then go to the relationship and say, what is keeping me in this? Like what are the pros? We have fun together, whatever it is. And then you can write the cons down, and then I feel like you guys can sit down. Like when you guys had counseling, was that progressive for the relationship, or was it just like going through the motions?
I think that it worked, but we weren't consistent, and I think that counseling at a period, like at the point when we did it, when we really freaking needed it, it really worked because for whatever reason, that lady was able to see and dissect, like be a neutral party and understand and help him understand what the hell I was saying and help me understand what the hell he was saying, so it does work, but we just have to be consistent. But sometimes I'm so mad in the relationship that I don't, because I feel like sometimes I used to feel like giving.
Look, you don't have to go to therapy for the rest of your life. You have to be with therapy, you have to be in a place of change. Even if you don't walk into therapy in a place of change, you have to be open to change, or else there are therapists who will be happy to take your money for the next 10 years. If you want someplace to just go talk once a week or once a month, girl, they are happy to have you come in because therapy is not a bad thing. It's good to have a neutral party. But if you really want effective change, you have to be in a change mode where you are willing to deploy strategies. For instance, it takes people one session sometimes for meaningful change because they come in so quick, so ready to use a different skill to make a change in whatever it is that they're going to therapy for. Okay. Anyone who's had therapy before, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you want to malinger, the therapist is happy to see you, and they're also happy to recommend you to the psychotherapist so you can get some medication if you want to go there.
And counseling and the forgiving and apologizing and stuff like that was allowing him to keep doing it, or I was giving him, what am I trying to say? I was giving him a pass, for anything that bothered me every time I forgave him or every time I went his way, and I was just like, damn, like I'm still hurt and you're okay because I forgive you, but I'm still feeling this. Am I making sense? So that bothered me a lot. And it's not to say that I'm just innocent in this whole thing. I'm not innocent by any means. Like I have a mouth on me, but the mouth gets started, once that triggering happens, and I just need to learn how to shut that up, and stop it. And it's just hard when you're just so hurt. And that counseling.
You won't stop. So you hurting.
Okay.
I know you're.
No, but that's so one thing we talk to each other very like respectfully, even if we like disagree on something, like I have a mouth too.
Yes.
And then he'll be like, why are you talking like that? And I'll have to like catch myself, So
I just gotta know, like, I'm not your homeboy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not your
girl.
Yeah, I have to, and then even if she knows that as that Gemini nature, I'm passionate, this is how I talk. Yeah. So it may come across as me yelling, but I know that could be a trigger for her. So I just kind of like, I remind myself, even if I'm speaking in a certain manner, just to like kind of dumb it down. Because I just know.
We're just very passionate people.
Yeah,
We
and
are
then, like,
in
when,
everything.
yeah, for sure. Yes, definitely. But when it comes to counseling, like, you know, for us, like, we're doing premarital counseling, right?
It's helping,
And
man.
yeah, it's very helpful.
Yeah.
But one thing that our counselors always talk about is, like, a lot of times people come to them when they're in trouble, right? And I think it's very important to be just proactive, even if it's not an issue. Like, obviously right now you guys do have issues, but just to be continuous, right? And like, we have sessions and like everything's fine, but when we get married, who knows, you know? But like, we're like, this is not to get us to the altar, right? It's beyond, because you have to be proactive, because sometimes, you know, those gems that they give you, you have to use that. And
Me personally, I would have a hard time with someone lying to me. Now, if CG lied to Jen and told her that he owed X number of dollars restitution, or that he is current on his child support, that he was free to travel, and 2 days, you know, a week before a very happy time in my life where I'm starting a new life, I'm marrying this new man, and your ass got to go to damn DeKalb County lockup. And after you come back, you got to go spend damn near 2 weeks back in the lockup again. And I've been humiliated. I'm getting dragged. I'm having to insulate myself because you lied to, like, this. To me, I feel like there could be some problems coming ahead. I don't know. I'm sure it'll be on Basketball Wives, but at the end of the day, I do think, like, Sis seems very calm for what would be a calamity. You know, again for me, because neither of these two situations would I want to deal with. You're living in a May December romance type thing. Jennifer just turned 50. Her husband is 31. He is allegedly a deadbeat dad, according to court records and live streams. His second baby mom says that he doesn't pay a dime to support his kids. I don't know about his first kid specifically, but the mother of the first kid is, I believe, the one that he spent time in prison for the false imprisonment. And he's not a good dude. He's not a quality type guy. And yeah, he cut his hair though for the wedding. I'll go to Instagram. We'll look at Instagram before we break out of here, but no pun intended. I would have a problem with that. Like, literally, the fact that he had to be locked up and taken into custody and was let out the day that we need to fly out to go to Paris for the wedding, and when we come back he's going to jail, is that he had to learn a lesson about, we told you not to travel. And people are going to be watching his ass like a hawk to make sure. And I'm sure they will be notifying. One thing that has come out of this is that the probation officer and the court, I'm sure, will be notified the minute that Christian Gold decides to go somewhere, whether he's got a travel pass or not, because he better get his travel passes, because you already know the internet's going to be watching. Internet's going to be watching, and when they see Jennifer and CCG over there in LA, it's, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're just making yourself a target, because we know CG needs a travel pass. You are not free to leave the state of Georgia, sir.
in your everyday life.
Right.
And it really does like stick. So it's not where you could just go because you're in a crisis. You have to continue to go.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I agree. You know, and I do need to prioritize that.
And it's work. It's work. It's definitely work, you know?
Yeah. You know, no, I agree. I agree. I mean, we do need to.
If your marriage is important to you, discussing your marriage on Basketball Wives and over at Jennifer's house for content that's not prioritizing your marriage. Prioritizing your marriage looks very different. And prioritizing your marriage, since you and your husband are one, really is prioritizing for yourself, because as a woman, we should not have to spend our lives miserable. There's enough pain and misery that will come to our lives just because we're living, right? There's going to be times of lacking or death and all of those things that life, life will life, right? We're not here to be martyrs. And this lady is looking like she is maintaining some sort of suffering. For what reason? I don't know.
We talked about that too. Since speaking to you guys, like we need to have a mediator, and
Hey babe, how are you? Hey Nolly girl.
And we both respect and feel their
yes, Brandy and her husband
and together. So yeah.
Well, listen, I like love that you guys are transparent, right? Because you guys are inspiring. Like whether you
really is.
whether you probably don't feel like that, right? Because you're like going through, you're in the trenches right now. But your story helps other people. Like it's helping us. Like I'm sitting here like, okay, like this is what to do, this is what not to do. Like just taking everything you say into consideration. Like I feel the love there, right? And I don't know what it is you guys have to do to get back to like the core of that. But I just feel like God has brought you this far. Like you've made it the distance. It's like crazy to turn around now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel everybody has to do what's best for them, but I'm just thankful that you feel this is a safe space and you're transparent. And like I said, I love that you're inspiring because you're inspiring for me and you're inspiring for us as well. So thank you guys both.
Too. I mean, like, I don't know if
I don't be talking.
I look at, well, yeah, he doesn't really talk.
Oh, I'm glad you're comfortable too, because this is we wanted you guys to be comfortable.
Yeah,
it's like a no judgment zone.
When y'all come in our
real.
space, like we don't have time to be miserable.
Yeah.
Like we deal with miserable people all the time. It's just like, why? I don't get it.
Jen is easy to talk to, and
Yeah,
I
she
really
is.
love that. There is another woman in the group that has a spouse that can kind of like, we can have these couple conversations and we feel safe. And instantly I felt, I can read a person by the book and know if I'm gonna like them or not once I first meet them. And instantly, like, I felt you know what I mean? And felt that it was safe and it was, and even with y'all, like, I love this. At first I was like, oh no, like, cause I don't know the guy and I don't, and then because of her history, and I'm like looking at this and I'm like, I really love this, cause you are making her happy.
Okay. But ma'am doesn't want to be judged. You don't want to be judged on you and your ratchet marriage. And then you're just saying Jen because of your history. Jen's scam me once, scam me twice is so much part of her brand. It's sad. Even in her wedding speech, we'll play that in a minute. Even in her wedding speech, guys, I've been through a lot. And someone said, yes, you have. Do you imagine at your wedding, the most expensive party that you're going to throw, potentially your most expensive, and you're like, guys, thank you so much for coming. We appreciate everybody coming, to and traveling from near and far and all of the gifts. And you guys look amazing. And we love you guys. And thank you for celebrating. And I've been through so much, guys. Yes, you have. Girl, I would be so mad. And then this woman is judgy because the fact that you're going to even say, girl, you would never be back in my house. I didn't know what to think because I looked at him like, ugh. And then I thought about you and I was thinking like, ugh, scam me once, scam me twice. Sis, what? Jen should be giving her the good old Virgo. And we'll never talk about this again. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't have you back in my house, itch. Are you kidding? That was your process you went through to make a determination whether you wanted to be my friend or not. You couldn't just go based on I seem cool. You were already judging me. Okay. And if that's what it was, then that's what it would be, right? All right, we're waiting for this thing to reset. Okay. Come on, StreamYard. Come on now. We're almost done. It's acting up. Are we there? Are you good? Okay.
Even with y'all, like, I love this. At first I was like, oh no, like, cause I don't know the guy and I don't, and then because of her history, and I'm like looking at this and I'm like,
would you not, that would have been the moment like, okay, Christian, let's start to clean up, take the charcuterie board back to the, girl, they didn't even get crackers and meat. Do you notice no charcuterie, no chocolates, no little sandwiches, nothing?
I really love this, you know, because you are making her happy. And I love this podcast and everything that you guys are doing together. You're taking her out of her shell. You're doing a lot of things that she normally does, but like it's not that you're calmer because you've always been calm and non-bothered, but the love, I can see the energy that you have given her. And I just love that. And I just love that you guys taking the time to even just engage with us with all the drama and putting this into y'all's relationship that is like literally on cloud nine, you know? So, and that's kind of hard.
But we have bad days too.
Oh yeah, we do.
Yeah, but we have bad days. So
You see, she's kind of a one-upper. We have bad days. No, but we have bad days. Trust me. This lady is a professional martyr. Don't let her fool you. There's people out here that if they didn't have trouble, they wouldn't be happy. Hello? My mom used to say that all the time. Be careful of people who are miserable, because there are some people who are so miserable, they will never be happy when they can't be happy. If they're not miserable, they're not happy. Okay? They're miserable. Their misery is their happiness. And those are not people you want to be around. It's very extremely toxic people. This is a woman who, if she didn't have some bullshit going on, as if she didn't have enough going on, she adds basketball wives to it.
you know, it's and I love that I feel safe. I feel safe here. You know what I mean? Even though y'all don't have what we have as many years, I've been married as long, we're not married, you know.
She loves to compare. Do you see the comparing and contrasting? Even though you don't have what we have as many years, but what are those years worth? Homie stuck 300 women. Those years don't mean shit. Because Christian, for all we know, has been loyal to the soil because that's his bread and butter. Okay. He's your bread and butter. So you're reluctantly loyal to him because girl, the years are going. I mean, this lady's very pretty and everything, but she's been with this man for over 20 years. And sis, he can trade you in for 10 years younger, easy. Okay. And your son will have a brother or a sister. You better watch out, lady. Miss Brandy, Miss Fran is telling you in an unofficial Dear Fran letter, sis, you better figure out what side of the road you want to be on. Because if you want your son, you feeling real bad and real sad about your son not having a sibling, oh, they can have one. Trust me. Because when Sir decides to get his ass up and go find somebody who's ready to be happy-go-lucky, cook, fuck, vacation, all the things, your son will have a sibling, and then you're going to be real mad, okay? You're going to be extra mad, okay? Because that's what can happen. Happen every day. I'm sure it's happening right now.
Yeah.
The goal is to get there, you know. So we have to talk to people that are there.
Spiritually, I feel like we've met in the past time. Just the way we connected.
Oh my God, he's going the Matrix on her. We've met in past lives. Oh my God. That's some marijuana talking. I think Christian, you are talking that Johnny Blaze talk, okay? You are talking I'm running upstairs to go smoke my blunt type talk, okay? Sir, stop it. Look at Jen like trying not to laugh. She's trying not to laugh at CG when he gets extra matrixy deep. Boy, stop.
He judges stop with the zodiac. You just judge it.
No, I'm big on my zodiac too.
Shit, she gonna Virgo me to death. Oh, they did it because it's a Virgo. That's why they did it like that.
Now her best friend's a Virgo.
my biological dad is a Virgo. All my cousin girls are. So like I know how to deal with them. But yeah, I mean, but it's
what? She's so dismissive. Brandy is kind of a bitch. Okay, hold on a second. What'd she say?
Did it because it's a Virgo. That's why they did it like that.
Now her best friend's a Virgo.
my biological dad is a Virgo. All my cousin girls are. So like I know how to deal with them. But yeah, I mean,
girl, it was the hair toss and the sniff for me. She knows how to deal with them. Oh, okay.
Honest, we're loyal to the soil and we'll be there for one another. And I mean, to cross this path is very like crazy. It's crazy. I don't even see why you would even want to touch that.
Well, yeah, I thought about it.
I don't even understand why you would, but I don't know. But we are figuring this out. I'm figuring this out. I don't know, honestly, if we're being transparent, like where I'm going, in life. I know I'm always going to be a mother. I know baby Jason's always going to be my thing. I don't know what my next thing is. Sometimes I contemplate, do I stay in?
You can't live a life waiting for someone to make a decision if they want to be with you. Are you kidding me? I would, if this was my situation, I would be, we would be done. I could not. It would make me feel too much anxiety as a Virgo. Like, you're either in or you're out. If you're not in, it's okay. I'm not going to, just give me my time to get over it and I'll be all right. I'll be all right. If you don't want me, you know what I'm saying? Remember Fantasia? If you don't want me, then just let me go. Go ahead and leave. You know what I'm saying? It always comes back to a song. But if you don't want me, let me go. Okay? Let me go.
The marriage? Do I get out of the marriage? Do I give it a break? How does another one look? Like you always hear the grass is greener.
Bitch, there's somebody who's watching this video right now who's going to see your husband at the airport. Girl. And they're going to give him something that's going to make him be like, calling Jones and Jones law firm for some divorce papers, okay?
And all this other thing, I don't know. I'm constantly questioning myself with everything. Like, what does Brandy want? That's why I'm determined to be independent. Like Shawnee's book too. Like when she was like I was just determined. I don't want to look back and see that I didn't do anything for myself. You know what I mean? And I'm not putting anybody. I'm putting my child first, but I'm not putting anybody else first. But me and my son.
Wow. That's coming from that's sis. Bye.
So what advice would y'all give as a couple, well, married couple that's been together with all the traumas, all the great, like you this hasn't just been trauma, I know that's brought you this far. I'm glad we're talking about it because it's not talked about enough, especially in Black marriages. But what advice would y'all give to a couple that's about to get married, for it to sustain?
If you don't want me, then don't talk to me. Go ahead and free yourself. Yes.
You've never been married before, right?
First time.
So you already have the do's and don'ts of what you want, now is going to be the most beneficial thing that you can do in your relationship, as long as y'all stay consistent at what it is that you're doing. Because I wish, especially in the lifestyle that we were in when we first got married, because when we got married, we were kids. We're in our, 26, I wish that I had people in my life to tell me to stay in counseling. You know what I mean? I had an aunt that was married over 40, 50 years, and she shared with me, never go to bed angry, never tell anybody your business, or not tell anybody, never speak to anyone that is not qualified to speak on your marriage, which means don't speak to anyone that is not married, because they don't have any idea what the hell is.
Okay, so can you stop right there, ma'am? Why are you talking to these two? Why are you talking to this clown in Hoochie Daddy shorts?
Going on, not a failed marriage, not a person that's boyfriend and
I mean, everything that you're mentioning right now is why are you sitting down with Jen and CG? Marriages fail. Marriages fail. That's not a bad thing. Like I said earlier, you could talk to Bougie Gang because we've got successful marriages and there are people who can tell you what happened in their situation that made them have the courage to walk away. And maybe they got broken up, like all of the situations. But at the end of the day, ma'am, you sitting up here, you had an aunt who told you some criteria of what not to do. And what are you doing?
Girlfriend, not a single person can tell you about your marriage. And those are the two things that she said. And I've always stuck with that. Like I used to always
until now
in my business.
So why are you here?
That I share things with her and I take her advice, but it was very hard for me to not share my marital business with her, or seek advice from it. You know what I mean? So that's important. But most importantly, what you guys are doing with the counseling will save your marriage every day, and I wish that we were consistent enough to do that at the very beginning and stuck with it throughout the whole almost 15 years of our marriage, because we wouldn't be where we are today. So, and keeping God first, centered first and foremost.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's not a one thing, it's not a you thing, it's not just a you thing, it's a both thing, find time to have it and pray over you. You pray over your marriage. You grab her hand, hold her hand, and y'all pray together and write down ideas and what y'all want, because women are forever changing. You know, we go through different phases of life. We go through different things. We go through so much, right? And so do you as a man. I don't know what it is to be a man, but I'm sure. So sharing those ideas, like those yearly goals and everything, like that's that.
What she said.
That's good.
Can't beat that.
No, that's good.
He said what she said. What she said. Yeah,
You start to see a little slope.
for sure.
You said I have a bad day.
I catch it all the time.
We just talk about it.
I mean, literally, when I got to Mexico, I'm like, no,
I mean, right.
what did I do, babe? No, this ain't right. Like,
He was like, "You're acting weird." Yeah, I was like, "What's weird?"
I
was
see that
processing
decline.
what
I'm just like,
happened. You
and
know
then
what I mean?
you see what I'm saying? Like, and she had a really, and that's what she broke down.
Oh,
about the
okay.
situation.
So he went to Mexico. You guys hearing this? All of you guys who've been following the case. So he went to California. He's been to Europe. He went to Mexico. And he's on a travel pass. Okay. Somebody asked, when is Christian supposed to be back home? Okay. Hold on a second. Let's pivot for a second. Can y'all see this? We don't normally do all of this over here, but we're going to do it on today. Okay. Bullet House. Hold on. Boom. So y'all can see Christian's travel pass. Let's talk about it. Let's see. Okay, DeKalb County, right? Order to allow travel out of the country while on probation, revocation for dependents' wedding and honeymoon. This matter having come before the court on a walk-in hearing for probation revocation. You thought I made that up? On September 6th. And this court, having heard the argument from the state and the defense regarding the probation matters as set out in the petition, is hereby ordered as follows. The defendant is authorized to leave the country to travel to his wedding and honeymoon in France and Greece. If you were wondering, maybe they're in Santorini, okay? Greece from September 9th through September 24th. The defendant may fly out from Atlanta via Delta Monday, September 9th, returning September 24th. The Honorable Court orders that the travel outside the country is only authorized for this aforementioned dates in the aforementioned countries. Defendant shall return to custody with the DeKalb County Sheriff's Department no later than 5 p.m. September 25th upon his return to the United States. And that's signed on the 9th of September by the Honorable Nora Polk. Okay. And those are the dates. I think that's all you guys asked for. So let's go back. Okay. Does that answer the questions that y'all wanted? Yes. He ain't doing a goddamn girl. Exactly. So millionaires fly down. Well, I don't think they were private. They weren't. I don't think that they chartered or anything. I don't know. Jason just be chilling in the cut, aka he do his own thing, and Brandy ain't going nowhere. Yeah. Well, you can tell. Like, she's a complainer. He might be a martyr too. He's low key one of these types that's like, that gives him the reason. He doesn't look, men don't want their kids up under someone else's roof with mommy's boyfriend or not the father. So her complaining gives him the reason. She's busy being a martyr. He's busy being a martyr because his wife drags him and he is paying the price of his wrongdoing that he can never come back from. So they're just a toxic circle wheel, and I guess it works for them. If it works for them, some people live a life where they're just not going to ever be happy, and that's just what they want. They're okay with unhappiness.
But yeah.
It's day.
Yeah.
Days add up. So once you catch them slopes, it'll add up. Turn it positive, add up. Good history, add up. Foundation, add up. So time.
And know that y'all are a team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Why don't it's like this thing when they're talking positive, um, this is when Jen should have said, I want when we put this out for you guys to rerun this part. Like how she said, we over me. Yes, we over me. Stop being, yeah, this is a very selfish relationship. Him with the cheating, her with the dragging. Um, she needs to they need to listen to this advice that they're giving because they certainly don't seem to practice it.
That there's no competition. And sometimes people don't realize that it can be taken as a competition. You know, it's not about a right or a wrong or who's right.
Hey
and who's wrong.
boo.
Somebody's
Hey
right
504.
and somebody is wrong. But it's
Maybe
allowing but it's allowing it's allowing you guys to both just to realize y'all are a team and y'all are not out here trying to fuck up each other's lives individually or to get whatever. Y'all like if he looks bad, you're looking bad. Look at
No, for
you
sure.
know, you know, when you look bad, you're looking bad. Y'all have to work together as a team at everything that y'all do. And that's important.
Well, I have to say, you guys have definitely dropped some gems on us. No, seriously, because I think wisdom comes from going through it, you know, and it's like we haven't gone through it. So to hear you speak and the things that you're saying, it completely makes sense.
Yeah.
You know, and it's great for us and it's great for the people that watch our channel. Like I said, you guys are definitely inspiring and the things that you're talking about need to be talked about.
Yes.
To help other people. Like we're here to help other people. And I know that's big for you. That's big for him too. Like he loves helping people and that's what we're meant to do. I always say, God, continue to bless me so I can bless other people.
Yeah.
Right. So
because it doesn't belong to us anyway.
It doesn't belong to us.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Nope.
Like it's
Nothing is just yours. We're here for a reason to support and love on each other.
Yeah, definitely. Well, this has been great. I mean, I feel good. I hope you feel a little better about, you know, letting some stuff out. And, you know, I know it's an arduous journey and a road, but I feel like you guys have something. You made it this far. And like I want to see what's next. I want to see the distance.
We have a lot that we have to discuss and talk about. And we'll keep you guys continuing.
Well, we support you guys.
Yes. I know you guys do.
Yeah.
You know.
And I hope if y'all ever just want to come by, we go out together and like,
Sure. No kids.
But baby,
I'm saying no kids.
So you said no grandbaby, Jason?
Yeah, like a real double date.
Yeah.
Like out, you know,
we don't really have married couples that's becoming my thing. I can't really hang out with my single boys like that.
No, sir. I get you nowhere.
It's like, what advice can you give me, bro?
Because when you're mad, you might listen to them, and that's when you are screwed.
Whole marriage messed up in one night. You know what I'm saying? Like, So yeah.
Lord. Well, this has been a great episode of Life with Jen and CG. Special thanks.
So your friends don't care about where you are in life to the point where, number one, you're not in control of your own decisions, but your friends also encourage you to do the wrong things. Okay, well, that's good to know. Brandy, you and Jason need to go ahead and hang it up, and that's on Bougie Gang. Okay,
thank you to our guests Brandy and Jason for just
that's on
bringing
Run
their
Down to
story
Fulton County
to
right
you guys,
now.
to us. I definitely learned some amazing things from them. And listen, life is not all good. We're gonna go through some bumps. There's gonna be some storms, but we got to talk about it.
Yes, we do, but I'm not. Most people are not into the struggle. Like the struggle is real, right? But everybody is not into this struggle lifestyle. Struggle lifestyle is a waste of time. Can I tell you that, guys? Thinking that life is supposed to be hard, life is supposed to be difficult, it's not. Life was created for us. We were created to enjoy this thing called life. And there are going to be situations, but depending on your choices, it can be pretty damn good. And whatever adversity that comes your way, it doesn't have to be long lasting. Some of these people love the struggle and make them feel like something, like makes them feel important because they got a damn struggle lifestyle. Struggle lifestyle is whack. Okay? You can keep the struggle. The struggle is not necessary to have a wonderful life. It's just not. Look at Christian. Christian looks crazy as hell.
That's how we learn from our mistakes, right? And so I'm super, super happy that we had this conversation. Yeah. I'm grateful to both of them for just, being open and transparent. So make sure you like, subscribe, turn on your notifications. And
okay, guys, more fakery bakery over at the Gold's house, not the real name. Someone asked me, did he officially change his name? Sis, I don't know. Let me just give you guys this one last piece of information regarding the Golds. They're calling themselves Golds. I don't know. Gold and GOLDS, right? With that D. 15 days revoked probation, right? We already talked about the date, September 6th through September 8th. He got out. They flew out September 9th. He's got to be back no later than 5 o'clock on the 25th, which is when, guys? The 25th is Wednesday. Okay. He has to be there no later than 5 o'clock on the 25th. And he's set to get out Monday, October 7th. Okay. If restitution is not paid in full, the state is to notify the court to be placed on the calendar. Defendant is to be released from custody on the 8th and allowed to travel, attend his wedding. He must return into custody by 9/5/24 for the remainder of his custodial revocation of probation. Okay. And his probation will expire. Christian is on probation for that felony. Can y'all see this? Until August 24th of 2025. Okay. 2025. Okay. Okay. All right. Now, what else do we need to look at? Hold on. Girl, Brandy, your husband is on some cornballery. Oh, okay, Jennifer. Oh, here she goes. Jennifer is enjoying life. What city is this? Are you in New York? Let's see. Okay. Okay, Jen. Happy birthday from your husband. As 504 would say, your husband. Those are some beautiful flowers. Okay. Okay. Ma'am. Okay. Let's see what's going on here. And she did change on here where it says Jennifer Gold, but she didn't change her address. That was smart. But it is Jennifer Gold. Christian did cut his hair. Let's see what's going on here. I don't know. What do you guys think about this little jumpsuit situation? I'm not mad at it. It's your birthday. You know what I mean? It looks like a birthday suit. It looks like a birthday play suit. It's cute. I mean, what can you do? It's cute. Sparkles, everything. It's giving Shirley Strawberry. You know, Shirley wore that a kind of a hot pink the year before. I don't even know what this is made of. Maybe some sort of chiffon duster coat. Super cute. This guy in the pink suit, that's Armani. That's the one that set those two up. I'm going to say it like that. Look at Mr. I Love Fashion. He loves fashion. These two are funny. It's a no. It's a no. It's a no. Okay. It's a no. Okay. Do they have any of their wedding stuff up? I don't think so. Okay, hold on. Let's see. I'm like, Jennifer, I feel like Jennifer's very pretty. She's super cute. She's got a lot, I don't know. I think a lot of people are still like, how did this happen? But, her friend introduced her to this dude and it happened like that. Let me find what I'm looking for. Okay, do they have this? Interesting. Okay. I'm trying to find the oh god, the Emmy Awards is like flooded Fashion Bomb daily, so okay, here's hold on, let me move this. Okay, there's Jen and Carlos King. Oops. Oh, that's what I wanted to do. My bad, y'all. Okay, here we go. There's Jen and Carlos King. They're saying this dress was like in okay. Okay. Ooh. Carlos King and his selfies were hilarious. Why can't I find when they were getting onto the boat after here we go. This is the wedding celebration. This is like her after party dress and his groom attire. I think I show it again. Okay, so he cut his hair. I put up a video, but I don't know where everything is right now. But yeah, he cut the braids out. The braids were like, cut it out, sir. So braids gone. That was her after wedding celebration, I guess, outfit. Let's see if she wedding dress. You guys have seen all this, haven't you? He looks like he's got like lifesavers taped onto his tuxedo. Anyway, okay, guys, enough of Jen and CG for right now. I will see you guys over on Real Talk Bougie. We'll talk about some other stuff. Anyway, this was very interesting. Don't forget, CG found out that he was in probation violation by a post from Girl Is That Legal on Instagram. He's playing like he did not know that he wasn't supposed to leave the country. And in that video we just watched, we heard him talk about California, Mexico, and an array of different trips back in May when he knew his ass wasn't supposed to be gone from the state of Georgia, much less the country of the United States of America. Okay? America. Right? Anywho, all right, guys, if you're new here, welcome. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe to this channel. Make sure to hit the thumbs up. And so that you can be notified every time I go live, post a video, do all of the things. Girl, it was bedazzled. It looked like it was bedazzled with lifesavers. Okay. With some suckles. Clearly, there are some people that just want to extend their 15 minutes of fame. Oh my goodness. Wow. Sis said, okay. Sis said, we're done here. And we're done. And just like that. Okay. Oh my God. And just like that, it's not civil. Okay. You guys have a wonderful day. I'll see you guys in a little bit over on RTB. Real Talk Bougie, that is. Bye, guys.